In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a bloom in emission material. If we go to our materials, the little red icon here, it looks like an hourglass, not the red globe. It's this one right here. And what we want to do is right now it's on principal BDSF. We want to change it to emission. So we're going to click on surface and we want to navigate to emission. So emission is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the fifth one from the top of shader. And in case if you can't find it, what you can do is you can scroll. So by scrolling, like these little pop-ups, you can go to the correct location. So I'm going to click emission, and I'm going to change the strength to 5. So the strength is how bright it is. And of course, we have the little color right here. Now I'm going to go into render, so the viewport, and we can see it's pure white, but we don't have a glow or anything. So let's change that. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the, let's see, the camera. Yeah, we're going to go to the camera icon. It's known as the render properties. And these are a bunch of properties, and this is very specific for Eevee. So later on, we'll get into the difference between Eevee and the different render engines. But real quick, the short summary is Eevee is kind of like a game engine, right? It's kind of the hack of, trying to make it look realistic. And Cycles is a bunch of math in order to be as physically accurate as possible. So I use Eevee in Cycles. So real quick, right? So we're in the Eevee render engine and we have a material, but we want to have it have like a glow around it. Well, that's called bloom. So camera icon, we're in Eevee, and we want to check bloom. And so by checking bloom, it applies a filter on top of everything so that way your emissions have a really nice bloom effect. Now, we have the background lighting, so we can't really see the full bloom. But what we can do is just turn that off real quick. So go to the world properties, the globe icon, change the strength to 0. And now we have this like really nice glow effect. And what's really interesting, at least in my opinion, is that, again, in my opinion, the bloom in Eevee is better than the bloom in Cycles. I know that sounds weird, even though it's supposed to be, physically accurate, but I personally love the bloom that's coming from Eevee, and that's just a personal style preference. But now you know how you can create an object and have a bloom from it. Now, just one other thing to note, if I do Shift A, let's add a cube, G. The only downside of when you're doing a mission material in Eevee is it doesn't actually emit light. We can see it actually is performing a shadow. We can see the little shadow right there. Now, if we don't want to have a shadow from our emission, what we can do is go back to the material properties. And if we go down here, we have the shadow mode. We can actually just turn off shadow. So let's just say none. And we can see right here, the shadow is gone. So that's just one little, remember, like Eevee is kind of like a hack in order to actually make it look realistic. So you just want to keep that in mind.